Hello again. Today we're going to cover the uh, print properties box with some features that are not often used and sometimes you don't even know they're there. So it's going to be a little fun. Now here's the print properties box button right there. It's got a zebra. I call it a zebra stripe. And there we are. That's the print properties box. Now this little V down in the corner is for a video that Mike made which covers really in-depth and very sharp on how to use the zebra buttons on each thumbnail, how to use the plus buttons, how to use this bar here, and everything else that goes into the print properties box for you to add prints at various sizes, same image at various sizes, different images. All that stuff is covered in that video. So we're going in a different direction. We're going for stuff that isn't in the video, okay? And stuff you might not be aware of. First thing we're going to cover is the default. The default is what size print opens up on my screen when I open Qimage. In my particular instance, I like an 8 by 10 to appear here, okay? If you look, it says 8 by 10. So every time I open Qimage, I get an 8 by 10. Now, if you don't like that, you like 4 by 6 because that's more native to the size of your camera aspect ratio, 3 by 2, usually anyway. You can click 4 by 6, and here's your save button right there. You say save, and it says print properties updated, the default. Okay, that's the point. So every time you open Qimage, this is what you're going to see. Okay, you put an image in the box, that's the size it's going to be. Okay, so that's the default. Now, next thing I want to show you is the crop button. Okay, we're going to hit this here, and we're going to say crop. Now, first thing we want to do is we see that this is set 4 by 6, and it is 4 by 6 because that's the aspect ratio of the image in my camera. So we're going to just change this size here for the moment to 8 by 10. Okay, so we can use the crop button efficiently. You'll notice it doesn't say 8 by 10, it says 10 by 6.66. So it's not cropped. That's the aspect ratio of the image in the camera. If I want to crop it, here's my crop scissor. Okay, turn it on, it's cropped. Now it's 8 by 10. Now watch carefully because you can see we want to fill out the sides. The 10 is there already. We want to fill out the sides, so we're going to lose something on the top and bottom, and here you can decide whether you're losing something important or not. Okay, so that takes care of the crop button, and it's your decision, of course. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is rotate. Okay. Okay, for the purpose of showing you the rotate, I placed the 4 by 6 print on an 8 by 10 page so it's got room to rotate. Okay, now here's the deal. If I press this one, it's going to go left. Press this one, it's going to go right. Makes sense, no problem there. Okay. Now sometimes people tell me that it doesn't want to rotate. And usually the problem is this. They've got the lock turned on. Well, once the lock is turned on, it's saying, hey, this is a vertical image. I want to keep it vertical. So when you go to rotate, it goes upside down. It won't go 90 degrees, okay? Okay, and when it does that, it's usually because you've got the lock button on. That's all. Nothing more than that. Okay, the next thing we want to look at is borders. Okay, borders. Now, you know that we have mats. Mats are borders also. Mats are very easy to work with. You can do so many more things with them. You can make one end large for text and a story in it. You can make them uneven borders, even borders. You can put 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mats one over the other, different colors. You can do anything you want with mats. This set of borders right here is a simpler thing and sometimes pretty darn useful. I can show you why. All right, I'm going to put a white border in here about 0.03, 3/1000 of an inch, okay? And in number 2 border, I'm going to put a 9/1000 of an inch, like that. Okay, now, wonderful. So what? Well, let's go in here, and you can see there's your border. Okay, it's easier to see here. Well, look what I can do with this guy, right? I can stretch him out, and the borders stay right with it. I don't have to worry about sizing, this, that, and the other thing. I can change the size this way too, right? New size. And I could say, give me 3x5. Okay. I can move them around and the borders stay right with it. So there is some advantage to using these borders, and it's also very quick and stuff like that. Okay, that takes care of borders. And the next thing we're going to do is show you about sizes. Okay, hang on there. Okay, one more thing on these borders. They're sticky. In other words, once you've created one like that, and you can add another one, and it's going to come up with the borders already on it. So that's convenient also, but you have to remember to take it off, see. So we're going to go in here and we're going to say clear, whoops, clear both borders like that, and it's off. Okay, that's the way that thing works. Okay, I'm going to clear the queue like that. I'm going into here to get something as a demonstration. Okay, see, this has got the borders on it. I'm going to have to clear that out. Clear both borders. Here we go. Okay, here's our demonstration for size. Now this is kind of interesting. Let me switch back to the regular folder. All right, this is size. Now the size of this is 4x4. Okay, there's a purpose to this. It's square, obviously, and I use this sometimes to make DVD labels where I put words on here. So-and-so is singing, or so-and-so has a party, or whatever it is, and I use it this way. Now, I can go in here in custom and click on enter specific size. I can type in 4.0 by 4.0, and anytime I want it, I go in there and I can do that. Okay, but supposing you use this often, okay, well, you can go in here and find something you never use, right click, and put it in here, 4x4. Okay, and then it's in your menu right there. Okay, or here's something else. Here's another little tidbit. Okay, okay, now you can click on this tool button over here, and look what we got. We have add a new size, delete a size, load sizes, save sizes, all kinds of stuff in here. But let's say we just want to add a new size. Okay, we click there, and in here we'll type 4.0, and in here we're going to put 4.0. Okay, say okay, and look what we got. We got a 4.0 by 4.0. So if we change this to something else, we want to go back to that, we got it right there. Okay, there we go. If we start with a blank page, okay, let's delete this guy. Okay, we got 4.0s there. We can have our default might be 5x7, but we're going to do some DVD labels. We go 4.0 by 4.0. Okay, so you can add sizes, and of course you can delete the size. Okay, just like that, deleted, simple as pie. So we got some pretty good stuff going over here. Okay, now the next item we're going to do is show you the custom sizes and the default sizes. Okay, okay, now these sizes, since they're customizable to make a word out of a word, you can put in your own favorites in here. Of course, if you're metric, you can do metric, but many of you have your own choices based on your printer, really. So if you have a big printer, you know, one of those guys with the roll paper and it's 44 inches and so on and so forth, fine, you go in here and you say load sizes. Well, Qimage comes with a default large, okay? So I'm going to click on that and say open. And now we have 24 by 36, 20 by 30, so on and so forth. You can put anything in here, 44 by 80, or anything you like to match what you are able to print and what you like to print. Okay, so that's pretty neat. Now I'm going to go in here and show you a couple other things. Load sizes. Okay. Now, the default size that comes with Qimage normally is this guy here. All right, and it goes up to 8 by 10. Okay, starts with 2 by 3, runs up to 8 by 10. Now, we'll go back here for a second and say load sizes. And if you notice, one of these says Fred Custom. Okay, I click on that. And for custom, I run with this 13 by 19. Okay, and an 11 by 14, which is not in the default because I print a lot of those sizes. And also, when you open your box, you can put in a comment. You put Super B, A3, portraits, whatever you want to put in there. It's a reminder for yourself. So that's kind of neat also. Okay, now after you make up your own sizes, your own desires and customize, of course, you can save it. Okay, save sizes. Okay, and then of course sort. These sizes can be sorted whichever is more comfortable for you. Sort by short size. You can sort by, here we go, text label. Okay, this one goes up on the top because it's got a text label, the rest don't, so it's going to be all kinds of random like that. Okay, long side, text table, short side, sort by size. That's the way most of us like it, sort by size, so things make perfect sense. But you can see how versatile this whole thing is. Okay. Okay, one last thing I want to mention here is if you put an image in here like that, and then you decide you like to have your crop scissor on all the time, okay, all the time. You can click this, save as default, and now every time you open Qimage, it'll be with crop scissor on. The size that you chose, of course, and whether the crop scissor will be on. So that's kind of neat. Yeah, let's give it a test. Okay, crop scissor is now on permanently, should be anyway. And there we go. Okay. There you go. See the little blue thing in here? It tells you the crop scissor is on. Auto cropping is on. So that's another little feature in there that helps you learn and make use of all the wonderful things in Qimage Ultimate. Okay, that does it. We'll see you next time.